winds in the east. There's a mist coming in, like something is brewing and about to begin. Can't put my finger on what lies in store. But I feel what's to happen, all happened before. A father, a mother, a daughter, a son. The threads of their lives are unraveling undone. Something is needed to twist them as tight as a string you might use when you're flying a kite. Chim chimani, chim chim, chim chim cherry.
Those little beasts have run away from me for the last time!
And you get stuck with the children with no nanny in the house. Me, that's who.
I've said my say, Mrs. Squirrel. I'm going to the house forever!
Well, good riddance then. And mind you don't stumble on your way out.
Where is she going? What on earth am I going to say to Mr. Banks?
What is all this commotion? Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain. Whilst I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Coats! Winifred have engaged 6 nannies in the past 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should govern, a nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers no fool. A nanny's a stalwart our children would gain by having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane. Briefcase. Umbrella.
If only we could find someone like your old nanny.
Few women alive can manage Miss Andrews' standards of efficiency. Besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber. Now, place an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
Father, we've written our own advertisement.
What on earth?
Please, George, I think we should hear it.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts.
That's the part I put in.
Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and very
Of
pretty.
all the ridiculous...
George, please.
Take us on outings, give us treats.
Sing songs, bring sweets.
We won't hide your spectacles so you can't see.
Put toads in your bed or pepper in your heap.
Very nanny, many thanks, sincerely, Jane
And Michael.
Banks.
That is quite enough tummy rot for one day! Now, you please go to the nursery and let me get to work!
They were only trying to help.
It won't help anyone to make me late! Precision and order, that's all that I ask.
The running of a household, a straightforward task.
The children, the servants, are all your domain. Whilst I remain the sovereign,
You remain the sovereign
Of Cherry Tree Lane.
Good morning.
yes?
I've come in answer to your advertisement.
What advertisement? We haven't placed any advertisement.
Now let's see. Play games, all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings, give us treats.
Michael, it's our advertisement.
Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
No, none at all.
I'm glad to hear it.
But take this up with Mrs. Banks. She manages all that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
I make it a rule to never give references.
Oh, I see.
I'll see the children now, thank you.
Oh, yes, you'll find they're very nice children. Now this is... Oh.
Mary Poppins, Jane, don't stare, and close your mouth, Michael. We are not a codfish. Best foot forward, spit spot.
Mrs. Brill, we have a new nanny. Oh, I did.
A very tidy nursery, I must say. Tidier than I was expecting. Who's responsible for that?
Mrs. Brill, I am. Like to keep things neat.
Well, do you indeed? Well, I look forward to making use of that. There's one thing I appreciate, it's a child whose word I can depend on. Now, first things first, I always say the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat stand.
There's nothing in it.
We better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky.
Mary Poppins, how could you know what we wanted in a nanny when we made our list?
Your list? I'm not an item in your weekly shop. Thank you very much.
How did you come then? It was as if the wind just blew you here.
It did. Now, stand over there. Just as I thought. A noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
You are making that up. A noisy, mischievous trouble.
Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered, and untidy.
I don't believe you. Let me see. What about your measurement, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say. Each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Now perhaps you have a few questions.
Not temperamental.
Never.
Not grouchy or gruff.
The very thought.
Will you stay tender when the going gets tough?
Quite the contrary.
Do you read stories without a big fuss?
I have objections to playing with us.
Some minor improvements may not go amiss, but at all times you must remember this. I like games, but I choose them.
That's not fair.
I didn't say I was fair. I said I was practically perfect. And here's my view. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect. Practically perfect. You will be practically perfect in every way. Best foot forward, spit spot.
Chim chimani, chim chim chiroo. I does what I likes and I likes what I do. Today I'm a screever, and as you can see, a screever's an artist of highest degree, and it's only a work for your memory. Stop right where you are. I know that silhouette anywhere. Mary Poppins.
It's nice to see you, Bert.
Well, I must say, you do look swell. You gotta know you. You've only just arrived.
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, Michael Banks. Have you met these two, Bert?
I've seen them running around, chasing a kite. It isn't a real kite. So, what are you up to then?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called A Walk in the Park.
Some game. I'd rather eat spinach.
Come along, Bert.
You can't come with us. You're too dirty, and we don't want to go to the stinky park anyway. Oh, yes you do. Because when you walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you've never dreamed of. All it takes is a spark. Then something as plain as a park. becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look anew, then you'll understand why it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Oh, really?
When the day is grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
You do talk nonsense, Bert.
Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the
I
door.
haven't the faintest idea what.
When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
You've enough brass for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come on, you two.
Boring, just like other nannies thinking. Parks are good for us. It's just statues, ducks, and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing it despite us? We could lose her for a month. Perhaps it's all a plot.
I'll tell you what, she seems so different, but I bet she's not.
There is nothing to excite us in the park. What was that?
You're quite wrong, you know. When you take a walk with Mary, anything can happen.
What? Who are you?
I'm Melius, and I've waited half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this. Each man adrift his door will stand agog to see a statue take a gentle jog.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Johnny's hotel. Mary makes your heart so light. When the day is bright and all of us were born to take. Mary makes the sunshine bright. Happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the door. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so good. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Jane, did that really happen?
Yes, but how?
Mary Poppins, of course.
But how did you make it happen?
Anything can happen if you let it. Now, run along in. Jane and Michael want to say goodnight.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Daddy, we've had a fantastic day. We sang with the busker and danced with the statue. You wouldn't have approved, but...
If you knew that, then why did you do it?
Daddy, could I have a kite? A proper one?
Could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
And when would I have the time to do that? Now, will you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites.
I used to be the same way when I was his age, but my nanny, Miss Andrews, soon frightened it out of me.
Would it be out of the question to do without a nanny?
Don't be absurd. All the best people love nannies, so the wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how's the tea party coming on?
I'm not so sure. It seems odd to invite people I hardly know.
But they're people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point. They're not my friends.
Winifred, I'm only thinking of you. Now, are you going to talk to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
No, I don't think so.
All right, just make sure she's doing things our way and not hers.
Mange tides can turn, sink or swim. See what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn a trade. So I learned them all. Chim chimony, chim chim cherry. Mrs. Brill, what about the cake?
It's just out of the oven, and too hot to be iced. Or touched, for that matter.
Are you quite sure you know how to ice it?
Quite sure. And just in case you're worried, I've not been exchanged by the fairies for a total nincompoop.
I'll just go up and check the drawing room then.
I'd like to be helpful.
I'd like to be rich, but destiny thought otherwise.
Mother wants you in the drawing room. She says you can tell Roberts and I what to do.
Does she indeed?
Please, Mrs. Brill, I don't mind. Honest.
All right. I will give you one task and one task only. Put the icing tools next to the cake. Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. But for me, no. I swear, a slave nature was all pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Michael, why don't we make the icing?
Because we don't know how?
Don't be so feeble. Get the eggs and the flour.
There are eggs in icing?
The are in mine. Roberts and I, bring me the cake.
Mrs. Brill, go up and get ready now.
Roberts and I. Oh dear, do you think I should call a doctor?
Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary, ma'am.
Children, you know how important my party is. You deserve some very nasty medicine. Just you wait till bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Why not go up and get changed? We'll clear up, won't we?
But we're not ill. I won't take it and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
But strawberry ice.
Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care. Open.
Lime cordial.
Now off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane.
I told you she was tricky.
Must we? Can't Roberts and I do it when he wakes up? He is a servant.
With that attitude, you'll get through a lot of staff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. You find the fun and snap. The job's a game, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. Oh Lord, a spring. It's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way.
Buzz, buzz,
Oh,
buzz,
my
buzz.
point exactly. The honeybees that fetch the nectar from the flowers to the comb, never tired of ever buzzing to and fro, because they take a little nip from every flower that they see, and hence they find their task is not a grind. For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way. Right yourself, please. Spit off. Up we go, Roberts and I.
I think I can do it.
We'll be off now, ma'am. Come along, spit spot.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Apparently these came in this morning, and Robertson and I forgot to give them to you. My apologies, ma'am. From your guests. Not coming. None of them.
Oh, do you think we picked the wrong day?
No, ma'am. I think you asked the wrong people.
In a most delightful way. A visit to the bank.
That's not a game. Did Daddy agree?
If he did, you must have put the idea into his head somehow.
What's an impertinent thing to say? Me, putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
Good morning, Miss Smith. Banks, a word. I see for Herr von Hustler's coming again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so, sir.
Good, good. Be sure it's the right one.
And every transaction, credit or debt, sheets are all balanced, targets are met.
Herr Banks, what objections could you have? My security is more than adequate and Latimac's expanding market. Have you no courage?
But, Mr. Von Hustler, what I haven't been able to grasp is, what exactly is your final product?
What do you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money, but I wonder, making money out of money, is that enough?
Are you man enough to be a banker?
Assessing the market, limit the risk, sheets are all balanced, business is brisk.
Have you come to a decision, Mr. Banks? There's a town of good people whose future depends on ya.
I know that.
Give us this chance. The factory could be running in weeks and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I give it everything I've got.
I believe you, Mr. Northbrook, and I've tried to find a way, but how can I be sure the money will be safe?
What about my workforce? They'll make it safe. My men have dreams to earn an honest living, a wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it paves the way. I promise we'll repay the loan.
I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook, but What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done, and no man should be too busy for his own children. What do you hear for today, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What could they need money for?
Well, it's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that's its worth. Its value is in how you spend it. Do good, and may you have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
When I was a little boy, I would never have dared interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Yes, and my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way.
What about your mother?
I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
Then who kissed you goodnight, Miss Andrew?
Certainly not. There was no time for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense.
Poor Daddy.
When you invest the bank's money, what are you looking for, Daddy? A good man or a good idea?
I suppose I shouldn't say a good idea, but a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
I've considered your arguments, Mr. Von Hustler, but I'm afraid my answer is no. Perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see
You will regret this, Herr Banks.
A man with dreams that life hasn't broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Mr. Northbrook, when can you have the new factory up and running?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret this.
There's that horrible old woman. Don't point, and for your information, she is not in the least horrible.
But she's just a bundle of rags.
When will you learn to look past what you see? Early each day to the steps of St. Paul's, the little old bird woman comes. In her own special way to the people she calls. Come, buy my bags full of crumbs. Come feed the little birds, show them you can, and you'll be glad if you do. The young ones are hungry, the nests are so bad, all it takes is tuppence from you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds, that's what she cries, well overhead her birds fill the skies. Here, one bag, please. All around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she says her mass. Each time someone shows that he cares. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
Mary, hello kids.
Hello. We're off to Miss Corey's talking shop. Care to join us?
Talking shop? Who's Miss Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey's older than anyone in the world. She talked to William before he went conquering, Vlad before he went impaling, and to Alexander before he weren't so great.
That's impossible.
Anything can happen if you let it.
Well, it's Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us?
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come to my shop here in secret. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want an ounce of conversations.
I'm all out of conversations, and I'm right out of words, too. I do have some letters.
Now, what words can we make?
Ratsoplex.
Lepetophorus?
Those don't count. You made them up.
And where do you think words came from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, we can use the same letter more than once. Now, let me see. Super, cali, fragilistic, expialidocious. That's not a word. Of course it's a word. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversations keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
But it doesn't mean anything.
It can mean exactly what you want it to.
When Stone Age men were chatting, simply grunting with device.
Though if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice. I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because those Latin scholars never had a word like this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it softly, the effect can be hypnosis. Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis. Yuck! Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know you can say it backwards, which is so cool. I zest it to the god for the creepus.
She may be tricky, but she's bloody good.
So when the cat has got your tongue, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say.
Take out those 18 continents, or 16 as well, and put them in an order which is very hard to spell.
SUPERCALIFRAGILISTICEXPIALIDOCIOUS.
Smarty pants.
Here we go.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, supercalifragilistic, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
George, why on earth are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No, everything's all wrong. After I refused to loan the bank's money to some German chap, he went off to our chief rivals. They gave him the money and now it looks set to be a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
That's exactly what they expect.
Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough.
That is more than loud enough! Go to your room! Mary Poppins, you're here to teach the children manners and just look at them.
George, you're tired. Mary Poppins, perhaps you could keep the children occupied in the nursery tonight.
That's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and was shut up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten and I hate him.
Jane, take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father.
Take the children upstairs, please, Mary Poppins. George, if you have troubles, I'd like to share in them.
Don't worry, you will. I'm suspended without pay until they decide what to do with me.
Ups and downs, one moment smiles, next moment frowns. But bad-tempered faces had better change quick, 'cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimani, chim chim, chiree chim cheroo.
Why does Daddy get so cross?
Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not yell at them all the time.
Maybe, but have you asked yourself who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down, for a while anyways.
I don't want to be in an upside down family. I wish I could run away.
Why don't you?
But you'd miss me.
No, I wouldn't.
That's all you two.
Oh, Mary Poppins, I wish you'd just leave us alone.
Be careful of the things you wish for.
Don't you ever stop?
You should govern your temper, or your temper will govern you.
I'm sick and tired of your stupid sayings and stupid games.
Just get into bed.
Well, I won't go to sleep and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things,
Your information
is faulty.
The game, having a ball. Those who won't play, shan't play at all. Will we meet again? Maybe when they've learned to play the game. Up when smoke is all billowed and curled, 'tween pavement and stars as the chimney sweeps round. When there's hardly no day, nor hardly no night, there's things off in shadow and halfway in light. On the rooftops of London. Woo! What a sight!
Joining the sweeps tonight, are we?
Best view in the world, eh? Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim chiroo. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimani, chim chimani, chim chim chiroo. A sweep is as I will shake hands with you. Or blow me a kiss, Bert, and that's lucky too. Oh, you're going then?
The wind has changed.
But they're good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? I can't help them if they won't let me.
So?
So they've got to do the next bit on their own. Cheerio, Bert. Keep an eye on them for me.
Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone? Mrs. Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Why?
Because that's what she's written in this note. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
It's French. It means till we meet again.
Nowhere is there more happy crew than them what sing chim chim cherry chim cherry. Chim chimani chim chim cherry chim cherry. Winds may blow, but who's to know exactly what it's bringing? Good news or bad, happy or sad, the pendulum keeps swinging. A gentle breeze that moves the trees because it's nice and blast. The warmth has gone, brings trouble on, and now 6 weeks have passed. Mrs. Brill, is the nursery tidy?
As tidy as I can make it, ma'am. Seems after the past 6 weeks of it, all the work to do, looking after the children ever since she left. And now I got all the work to do, getting the house ready to welcome her back.
If only you knew how hard it was to track her down.
Really, ma'am? Fancy that.
Mrs. Brill, isn't it?
Well, I don't know what else.
The note says to meet again.
George, dear, you're going to be surprised.
Winifred, you know very well I hate surprises.
Oh, George, I do believe you're going to be quite proud of me. Hurry up, everybody. I wanted to find everything spit, spot, spick, and span.
Spick and span. Our sense of excitement is hard to contain. Water is returning. Wonder is returning. Someone is returning to Cherry Tree Way.
Good morning.
The Holy Terror!
Miss Andrew, it's so lovely to meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey.
It was thoroughly unpleasant. Where did George go?
I'm afraid he had an urgent appointment.
It's not much of a house, is it?
We like it.
Then it doesn't take a lot to keep you happy. Look at the dust. There and there. Filth.
Now, just a minute.
Ah, you must be the children. Pity, I don't suppose you know who I am.
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
Impudence, boy. And why aren't you wearing your stockings?
I don't like them.
Tut, what manners. I can see there's not a minute to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance I've brought the punishment that best befits the crime. Brimstone and treacle and carbolic soap, these are the tools of my trade. With spoonfuls of sugar, you don't have a hope of seeing that change is made. Open!
Tastes as bad as it smells.
Worse, open! Your son will go off to boarding school at once. As for the girl, I shall decide to her myself. I won't stand for whining or waging or whimpering, crying or lying or sobbing or simpering. I fear it's clear that in these two such bad habits lie. First threaten to throttle, then uncork the bottle. Brimstone and treacle will win. Now show me to my room.
I'm disappointed. I truly am. I thought it was going to be.
Huh. With the umbrella.
What are we going to do? The only thing we can do. Run away.
The nastiest nanny in the world.
Is she really as bad as all that? She looks like something that would eat its young.
Miss Andrew is Daddy's nanny.
Which explains a lot.
Poor Daddy. Ever since he stopped working, he just sits and mopes. Mary Poppins used to say we could help him, but now it's too late.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Tell you what, why don't we start things off with a bit of a shake for good luck?
Why would shaking hands with you bring us luck?
Didn't anyone ever tell you it's lucky to shake a chimney sweep's hand?
Michael, look, it's a real one. What's the matter? You've always wanted to fly a proper kite.
I've always wanted to fly one with Daddy.
Of course you have, but you need to know how it's done. Get some training in it, and you'll make him the proudest father in the whole bleeming empire. With tuppence for paper and string, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird inside with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite.
Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Reel it in. I can't. It's You can do it. For one more time.
I knew it! Oh, Mary Poppins, I just knew you'd come back.
Don't squeeze, I'm not a sardine in a tin. And where are your coats?
We didn't have time to put them on because we ran away.
Have you indeed?
It's been so awful since you went away, and now Miss Andrews come and Daddy's ruined, and we never helped him like you wanted us to.
Oh my eye, but your life's a tragedy. Now let's go home and don't dawdle.
But she's there. She came this morning. It's a surprise for Daddy.
Did she? Well, maybe I'll be a surprise for her. Hello, Bert.
Hello, Mary. You're a sight for sore eyes.
You really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
Come along, children.
Are you going to shake hands with Bert for good luck?
I don't need any luck, thank you.
Not like that, you stupid boy. You stay there and clean the grate again. So, you decided to come crawling back, have you? Who are you?
I'm Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. But you left without notice.
And I've come back without notice.
I see. And what do you expect me to do?
Pack.
Pack? You insolent young person. How dare you speak to me this way? Brimstone and treacle, my favorite liquor, that will make runaways stop. Impudent children respond so much quicker when forced to drink every last drop.
I brought up their father. Well, that's all I don't doubt. You must be so proud at the way he turned out.
A shining example, a pillar,
A post. They all have their problems, but him more than most. I recognize fully that you are a bully who views cruel deeds as a bug. Well, now here's a catch because you've met your match.
brimstone and treacle
Just a
for you.
spoonful of sugar.
Brimstone and treacle
Just a
for you.
spoonful of sugar. Brimstone and treacle.
Won't
There, that's given her a taste of her own medicine.
Mary Poppins, wherever did you come from?
She came from Michael.
Jane, Michael, you were very naughty to go running off like that, and I should be as angry as anything. If I weren't so glad to see you. Where's Miss Andrew?
She's gone.
Gone? Why?
She didn't give a reason, ma'am.
Good evening, Mom. We found this one a wander in the park. Good night, Mom.
George.
Where is she?
Miss Andrew, she's gone. George, Mary Poppins is back.
Is she? Would you mind if I have a word? Things have not gone well for us since you left us, and
About my wages, sir. If you don't mind, I won't take any just now. I should prefer to let them accrue.
if you only knew how many were accruing as it is.
Now, I must get started. Jane, Michael, spit spot.
Come along, darling. After so many years of good service, you made a wrong decision. What's the worst that could happen?
Winifred, if I'm to be dismissed by the bank, we'll be destitute.
But we'll still have what really matters, the children and each other.
Is that locket new? What's inside it?
A portrait? Whose? You'll see when the time comes and not before.
The artist takes time onto you?
I'll stay till the chain breaks.
What chain? Where?
Let's wait and see. Uncanny, that is hard to find.
practically perfect.
And yet I'm sure there's room for improvement. Something against more.
Hello there. Bert, what are you doing up here?
And where else should a chimney sweep be?
The wall is awfully big, isn't it?
And what does that tell you?
That we are awfully small and unimportant?
Oh, speak for yourself.
Not us so much, but our troubles. They seem so big down in the nursery, but up here.
That's more like it. Troubles are never so bad when you look at them from a little higher up.
Brush away the dirt and soot.
Brush away your tears.
Cobwebs that unswept away hang around for years. We may look a mocking crew, smudged with tar and grime. But when you need a helping hand, try to step in, try to step in, try to step in just in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Over the rooftop, step in time. Knees up, step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Kick your knees up, step in time.
Childhood is a step in time, parenthood the same.
Never miss a chance to get it right. Don't it seem a perfect rhyme? Don't it seem a shame when the steps aren't going as smoothly as they might?
That's when step in time. That's when step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. That's when step in time. Link your elbow, step in time. Link your elbow, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Link your elbow, step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Kick your knees up, step in time. Step in time. Step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Kick your knees up, kick your knees up, kick your knees up, kick your knees up. Step, 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 step. Never need a reason, step in time.
And always remember, there's plenty of folk ready to help you should you need them. Back to the nursery?
Back to the nursery!
nursery step in time. Back to nursery step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Back to nursery step in time.
What's this? What's all this? Special delivery.
Special delivery step in time. Special delivery step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Special delivery step in time.
Well, time to go now. Good night, Governor.
Cheerio, Governor.
Not so fast. To the nursery now. Jane, you too. This. Mary Poppins, would you be good enough to explain all of this?
First of all, I would like to make one thing clear.
Yes?
I never explain anything. Come along, children.
It's happened. The chairman wants to see me at the close of business tonight.
Tonight?
We might as well face it. Within a couple of hours, I'll have joined the ranks of the unemployed.
Are you quite sure?
Quite sure. So we better make some plans. Well, I never. So that's right, but gingerbread stars I once hid from my nanny. Funny, I haven't thought about that in years. I'm not usually sentimental.
It's so good to look back sometimes.
It's that Poppins woman. She's responsible for all of this.
I know the person. What's the thing she's always saying? A spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. It changes bread and water into tea and cakes. A spoonful of sugar goes a long, long way. So have yourself an happy every day. Well, good luck then, Governor.
Good luck to you too, Bert.
Daddy, do you remember when we came to the bank?
Yes.
Well, we were each given a sixpence, and you were told to spend it carefully.
Excellent advice. What did you buy with them?
Nothing yet, and now we've decided to give them to you.
I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this?
She hasn't said a word about it.
We thought a bit of extra cash might loosen things up a bit around here.
Good night, Daddy. We do love you now. Mummy, Daddy's really worried, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But always remember that he loves you very much. And that's far more important than jobs or houses or anything else.
Are you going to the bank with him?
I'd like to, but I'm afraid that just isn't possible.
Mary Poppins says anything is possible.
Do you really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes things are difficult, but you can bet it doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made.
You can move a mountain if you use a larger spade.
Anything can happen, it's a marvel.
You could be a butterfly or just
Stay a larval.
stretch your mind beyond fantastic. Dreams are made of strong elastic. Take some sound advice and don't forget it. Anything can happen if you let it. If you reach for the stars, all you get are the stars. But we found a whole new spin. If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars.
Feed the birds, sir. Only tuppence a bag.
I would take it as a great favor if you would kindly feed them for me.
Bound to make millions, and we want to know why.
Then I'll tell you. Some profits and growth, but there wasn't a word about people. I apologize for going to the bank, but I do not apologize because there are more important things in life than making money.
My dear chap, Von Hustler's scheme has ruined our rival in the nastiest scandal since our records began. We're not asking for your apologies, we're offering ours.
Oh my word.
And another thing, do you remember giving a loan to a fellow named Northbrook? Well, he's repaying it and opening 2 new factories. With the percentage you've negotiated, we'll accept to make a fortune.
Oh my word.
That's just it. We very much hope to know how you did it. Just give us the word. It'll be quite safe with us.
Give you the word? Give you the word? I'll give you the word, all right. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Forgive him. It's not his fault. It's all because of his nanny, Miss Andrew. The holy terror. She taught me everything I know.
Then now's your chance to forget it.
It's all right, darling. I made the bank a fortune.
Really? Hooray!
Woo,
So happy.
as way of recompense. As way of recompense, we'd like to offer you the job of senior manager and a salary at double.
Exactly how much has he made for you?
Triple? Quadruple your present rate?
Close your mouth, George. We are not a codfish.
Well,
I accept. We must understand one thing. From now on, my family comes first.
agreed.
Agreed.
Winifred, I'm afraid I've underestimated you.
George, anything can happen, it's official. You can choose the super or the superficial. Sally for the way we're steering. Obstacles start disappearing. Go on, chase your dreams, you won't regret it. Anything can happen if you let it.
I love you, Mary Poppins.
You are a fine boy, Michael Banks. You are a fine boy, Michael Banks, and one day you'll be a fine man.
Mary Poppins, it makes me so anxious when you talk like that.
Like what?
All gentle and kind and not a bit like yourself. Be cross, Mary Poppins. Do be cross again.
Is that the thanks I get for the trouble I've taken?
That's better.
Now, get into bed with both of you. Go along, spit spot.
It's tonight, isn't it?
Yes, Bert.
Well, goodbye then, Mary.
Goodbye, Bert. Look after yourself. With every job, when it's complete, there is a sense of bittersweet. That moment when you know the task is done. Though in your heart you'd like to stay, to help things on their way, you've always known they must do it alone. There, practically perfect, and I hope it remains so.
Look, it's Mary Poppins' locket. The chain's broken. Don't you remember? I'll stay until the chain breaks. What's inside? A picture of the three of us. She signed it. From Mary Poppins with a good deal of love.
Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone? How peculiar.
She'll be back. Now, what do you think of this?
It's the best I've ever seen.
Can we fly it together?
Oh, Daddy! Mary Poppins won't be coming back. She's gone forever.
My dear, how could you possibly know such a thing?
Because we don't need her. Not anymore. And other families will, won't they, Daddy?
They will.
I wonder if she's right, George, and we really could do without a nanny from now on. What do you think?
I think you'd better dance with me.
George, this is serious.
Look! A shooting star! You should wish on it!
Oh, I think we can do better than that. If you reach for the stars, all you get are the stars. But we've found a whole new spin.
If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars thrown in.
Anything can Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
We won't forget you, Mary Poppins.
Never forget.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.